Welcome back to the ETF Inspector. It's Monday, July 28th, a little after 6 in the evening, and this will be the video covering the trades and holdings for the three Roundhill 0DTE funds, QDTE, XDTE, and RDTE. They are covered call income strategies on the NASDAQ Innovation 100, the S&P 500, and the Russell 2000. In case you didn't know or you're not new to the channel, I'm on X at ETF_Inspector1, and for these funds, I do post these 0DTE trades that are made on a daily basis in the morning, usually as early as possible. I got these out at, I believe, about 9:50 this morning. In case you want to watch and see how the fund that you're invested in is doing, or in case you want to trade along with them and try the similar strikes. So that's not a recommendation. I'm just providing information. So let's take a look at how the indexes and the funds did. The NDX, or the NASDAQ 100, was up 0.36% today. QDTE just barely outperformed it with a 0.39% increase. The S&P was up pretty much flat, 0.02%, and XDTE, the Roundhill fund, outperformed it, being up 0.11%. And the Russell 2000 was actually down a little bit, 0.19%. And again, the fund RDTE outperformed, going up 0.23%. So we'll take a look at how the trades made out. We'll start out with QDTE. That one's the most popular with 835 million assets under management. So they selected a call expiring today, 7/28, with a strike of 23,410. The NASDAQ 100 expired at 23,356. That's below the 410, so they cost zero to close out, and it resulted in a $726,000 profit on on the day. Next, XDTE. On the S&P, they selected a 6,405 as the strike price. The index closed at 6,389.77 cents. That's below the 6,405, so that cost zero to close out. And they cash settle these. They do not close them in the middle of the day or anything. They do not intraday trade. They just sell it and then they cash settle it afterwards. So nothing to close out. Full profit, $276,000. I did forget to mention, right? They sold 646 contracts and collected $428 per share, where QDTE sold 359 contracts, collecting $20.25 per share. And then RDTE for the Russell 2000, they sold calls, 634 contracts at collecting $343 per share. They selected 2270 as the strike, and it actually went down, so definitely no worries there. But 2256, so below the 2270. So again, $0 to close out, collecting the full profit, $217,000. So we're off to a good start on all three funds. Just to take a look, right, in case you missed the Friday video, we've got 2 days till the next dividend is declared. That's on Wednesday morning. I do post that on X as well. I repost it when it comes out. We went over our guesstimates, and the guess is 23.4 cents for QDTE. Like I said, there's $835 million assets under management. Outstanding shares have not changed, 23,260,000. The NAV and the closing price today pretty much dead on. So the holdings information is delayed though, so technically the NAV is going to go up today if the NASDAQ went up today. Oh, didn't mean to click that. Hope I didn't mess up my video. Right, so it'll actually go up a small percentage. So if you were buying at the end of the day, you were actually getting it at a discount. Still have the same quantities of the same long calls deep in the money calls, except they added a new one, a September 18th of 2026, 2,250. They added 3 contracts to that. There were 11 before. For some reason, they don't show that in their trading file that you're able to download, but I'm just able to pick up when I download the new holdings and the numbers are increased or decreased. So I just want to bring that to your attention. Okay, that's just about it for those guys. Next, XDTE. So they all 3 declare on Wednesday, 2 days from now. They'll pay on Friday. The guess that we came to with 25.25 cents. If you want to see how I got to that, just go back and watch Friday's video on these. 412, almost $413 million assets under management. 9,135,000 shares. No change since Friday. Now the NAV, this is a little odd with the NAV being 45.21 for XDTE to be trading well below that, 70 cents below that. So not sure what's going on there, but it seems like it's an opportunity to buy it at a discount. Holdings stayed the same with the exception they added a 9/18/26 on this one as well. In this case, they didn't have any calls there, so all 6 are new. This is a completely new position. Not a lot of money in it, less than 1% of their money, but it will allow them to sell more calls. It has allowed them starting today to sell more calls. Other than that, right, we don't really need to go over the government obligation funds, 11 million in that, and the T-bills, 26 million, and then cash, $1 million sitting. And then finally, RDTE, our guesstimate for what we think they're going to pay out this week, 27.5 cents, right? This 30 was a surprise. It was big, so it seems like they're looking to draw some attention, get some people to buy into the fund, paying out a little extra, a lot extra, right? If you look at that annual rate that came out to, over 45%, where the XDTE around 30 and the QDTE's close to 35. So they're definitely paying the highest annual yield on RDTE currently. There's $142 million assets under management. There were no changes in the holdings. 4,160,000 outstanding shares. NAV and closing price were pretty much within line with each other, within a few cents. So don't need to drag this out any more than it has to. That's all the information for today. Three trades, 3 wins. So we like that. And we'll come back and check it out tomorrow. Thank you. Have a good night.